So, this isn't a song about doing something for a dubious reason. This is a song that was written for a dubious reason. Hubris, pride, flattery. I was young, 30 years ago, or thereabouts, before I was a laurel. I was called up by a laurel I knew. And he said, hey, we're going to do something new at Penzic this year. We want to do an A&S War Point, and there's going to be a Bardic competition. We would like you to be one of our representatives. I said, oh, what do I have to do? Well, you need to perform a period piece or something written in a period style, provide some documentation. It's not too hard. And I said, yeah, sure. I hung up the phone, and then I realized I don't do that. So I panicked, but I agreed to do it, and I didn't want to back out on my promise, so instead, I decided to change the criteria. I said, okay, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to make sure that I entertain everybody who is gathered at this Bardic competition. And I'm going to make sure that I am never asked to do this again.
That plan never works.
And I succeeded brilliantly. This is called the not-so Sotto Voce Madrigal, a composition for 3 voices. Oye, oye, oye. You gentle folk of fashion who frown on things scholarly, how secretly you yearn to learn the language of heraldry. Escuchi on pale wise, kibosh, chevron per escargot, lozenge flanche, fleur-de-lis manche, nebulae naud in annulo, lozenge flanche, fleur-de-lis manche, nebulae naud in annulo. Make way, the heralds bray, like hackneyed harlots on holiday. Or Hercules gathering nuts in May, as subtle as pythons in passion. Pooh-bah, vivat, huzzah, the cries they utter are quite bizarre. Loudly they shout them far, like voicing late labor contractions. What herald can enunciate? In every tongue kingdoms communicate. If you wish in this world to be taken as wise, then in Latin should you philosophize. Speak Castilian when in Spain, und auf Deutsch when German, but never utter Scottish, for it sounds inane. And if by chance you're in France, and your object is romance, speak then frankly to Dauphin or Dane. Make way, the heralds bray. How secretly you yearn to learn the language of heraldry. What herald can enunciate like hackneyed harlots on holiday? If you wish in this world to be taken as wise, then in Latin should you philosophize. Nasco anno societus, sic bureaucratis dominos. Speak Castilian when in Spain, una Patonia Patina Balada de Deutsches, und auf Deutsch when German, mit der Heiz in the cloud from the Stauffenhofen, mit Zeit, but never utter Scottish, for it sounds inane. Hootin' deedle up a daedle a doodle do McBun, Barackman, heelin' wheelin' muckin' pluckin' clan, Vermi geet there, bear to stick it Tawny Cooney care, Tortin' toot coo pootin' up a caber, hee-ya! Huzzah, the cries they utter are quite bizarre. Loudly they shout them far, like voicing late labor contractions. And if by chance you're in France, and your object is romance, speak then frankly to Dauphin or Dane. Escutcheon, Bewaz Kebotched, Chevron per Escargot, Lozenge Flanche, Fleur Mont, Nebulae Naudin Annulo, as subtle as pythons in passion. There were 3 heralds stood neath a tree, droning on, yes, droning on. There were 3 heralds stood neath a tree, droning on. There were 3 heralds stood neath a tree. It fell and squashed them flat on me. No one heard. Make way, the heralds bray. How secretly you yearn to learn the language of heraldry. What herald can enunciate? Lozenge flanche, fleur-de-lis munch, nebulae naudin annulo. Lozenge flanche, fleur-de-lis munch, nebulae naudin annulo. Oye, oye, oye.